Shalom. All right. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Hakwadash. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and his only begotten Son name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who were well, rightly, of course, guiding Yasha as Israel, all right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and confusion of face into the right direction, all right, into their power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Of course, peace and salutations to all of the sincere Akim that are risking their lives day in, day out, doing the work on the highways and hedges, all right, throughout the days appointed for them to do so. Of course, and doing the studio shows throughout the week, of course, showing forth their diligence to make their calling and election sure. I'm the brother Mothba from Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp, located here in Great Babylon and such, in Babal, which is America, all right, the place of all confusion, all right, and I'm coming with you with another, going through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, just something I seen while I was driving a boat at the plantation and such. So, and I go into it. So, I'm driving about at the job and such, and I see a dude. It's a wee kid here, and he has his fringes, and I see fringes. I look over, I see a kid, wee kid, walking to school or something with fringes on. I mean, this kid was probably in his teenage years or such, and he has fringes on, all right? And I'm just like, man, this is just so foolish and so dumb, all right? Because, a lot of our people, they don't understand this isn't our kingdom. This is the Esau's kingdom, meaning so Esau being the so-called white man, all right? Esau, Edom. All right. So here, though we do establish the law, of course, is it wise, all right, for us to be walking about a boot and fringes and such, all right, which only puts a target on your back, all right, and it's crazy because, little young bulls, they think they want to be all proud and such, fringes, somebody be like, what's this? You giving out your heritage and such, you done woke up to the truth of an Israelite, being a Hebrew Israelite. And I mean, in this truth, it's like, that's something that, you got to keep on the low key. All right. Especially when I, came in the truth and such, I wasn't walking about with no fringes and such. We here at Great Millstone, we don't go about, doing that, establishing that, in our everyday lives, but, I was really open up with, in most certain circumstances that, about, me coming into the truth and learning. It was just like, I couldn't hold my tongue in certain situations, which, that ended up, really being around my family, in the world, and, with my so-called woman and such, back then, who, I already done divorced and such. She, it was like, I done spoke too much, and it only got me in trouble. And, that's what you stupid little Negroes, you little nigglets, that's what y'all gonna get yourself into. You're gonna get yourself in a whole heap of muck, all right, a mess, all right? So, without further ado, this is gonna be a real quick lesson, just, through the spirit. I'm gonna hit this Matthew's 10 and, 16, it reads, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." All right. So, here, when you're going about and such, we are as a sheep being, of course, animal that, it basically cannot, defend itself. All right. And really, Yahweh Shem Shai, he's the one that's protecting us and all that. But the point being, he sent us that forth as a sheep, these people look at us, coming to our heritage, they just see basically a bunch of racism and such. All right, they see us as the enemy, and that we're crazy, and that we just another movement that's ultimately is you know like you got that Hebrew Israelite group, I what is it, yeah, ISUPK or whatever, them the ones that wear all black and such, they going about with all guns and such, and showing them off, and that's not how Yahweh Shem Yahshua sent us out. All right, he sent us out as sheep in the midst of wolves. All right, and wolves, that being the so-called white man. All right, and that also being all of the rest of our enemies. All right, the 2/3. All right, niggas. All right, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and the confusion of face. Those that, of course, are Israelites, but are in fact looking like the heathen. All right, but they have the spirit of Yahshua. All right, but Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you send us, of course, as sheep. Okay, we ain't here on no attacking nothing and such. We supposed to be discreet. All right, you're supposed to have discernment. All right. Going on, it says, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right. A dove, that creature is such self, it's just, you see a dove, a dove is chilling. It ain't harming nothing. All right. So, I'm going to go now into, another precept. It's, I'm going to go to Proverbs, 8 and 5, and it reads, O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. All right, meaning of an understanding mind. All right, so you have to come, and when you come in this truth, you have to have an understanding mind, of what these scriptures actually mean. And of course, you have to have a proper teachers in order to teach you, and be able to break down these scriptures and know how, of course, how to apply, them to your life. All right. We walking around with fringes and such, that's crazy. All right. I can't come to, work with, fringes on and such, talking about, this my religion, or this my heritage and all of that. When there's a work, what do they call that? You have to have a work attire, proper work attire for the job and such. Oh, but I gotta have fringes, everything. All right, this isn't our kingdom. All right, just be simple. All right, it says, verse 6 here, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. All right, it says, for my mouth shall speak truth, math. All right, that's truth in the Hebrew, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. It says, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. Verse 9, they are plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. All right. So, this is which that's going to be only the elect. All right. They're going to hearken on to, wise counsel. All right. They're going to see the true men of the Lord, who are the, through the Spirit. Obviously, you can clearly see it's the apostles and elders, a great millstone. All right. Reads on, verse 11, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. All right. So nothing is higher than, of course, wisdom. All right. Wisdom is the principal thing here. All right. And it says, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence. All right. Let me go into that word prudence, which, I believe it just basically mean, being smart. All right. Prudence. You get, Hebrew word is, aram. And it means shrewdness, craftiness, and prudence. All right. Witty, subtlety, having subtlety. It's really, you got to be subtle in this. All right. Like a snake, a snake, he don't go about trying to show you he ready to attack you. A snake, he hiding in the grass and such, You know, like we out in the field, you know, the field is the world. All right. So, you know, you gotta be at like a snake. All right. In this. All right. You know, have smarts, you know. And it says, I wisdom dwell with prudence and find out knowledge with witty inventions. All right. I mean, that's basically it on that right there. All right. Let me see. I'm going to go into, just to bring up the actual precept, which, you know, they going about with, this is, Numbers 38, Numbers 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Yasha'Allah. All right. And bid them that they make them fringes in borders of the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe like it of the borders a ribbon band of blue. And all right, so that was the law, statute, commandment. But you know, though, you know, we are here we're here rehearsing the righteous acts. All right. You know, and that's Judges 5 and 11, I believe. You know, I can see if I can get it. You know, so, you know, here, you know, we can't follow the law 100%. All right. Because, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua knows we in our captivity. So we can't be walking around with fringes on everything, you know, that just putting a target on our back, you know. Oh, we already know where the Hebrew Israelite boy is in school. He right there. Look, you can see his fringes right there. All right. Go get him. All right. And you got all these rest of these niggas with these dashiki and shit, thinking they Hamites, Ham, which is so-called Africans, all right, you know, which means hot. Ham means hot in the Hebrew. You know, they wearing dashiki and stuff, and they don't know. Most of them go back to, of course, Yasha'Allah, go back to our people, you know, because we were scattered about, you know, amongst that nation, all right. You know, when we fled into the interiors of West Africa, all right, and, you know, amongst other nations too, you know, when, of course, Romans came and besieged Jerusalem. 70 AD. And it's like a lot of niggas, like I be on the bus and shit. A lot of niggas, these young niggas and shit, they wearing that dashiki, rocking it hard and shit. And you know they Israelites, you know, by the spirit, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go on. This is the point of wearing fringes. It says, and it shall be unto you a fringe that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of Yahweh and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart in your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring. All right, which, you know, most of our people, you know, us as a nation, we have went about, you know, worshiping other idols and such. You know, we just waking up to our heritage and such, and you know, we got our people. They go and see these, you know, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and then they just looking at all these different groups and such, and they, you know, the spirit not dealing with them, so then they, you know. They may go to, you know, a group as IUIC, you know, and they tell you, hey, you gotta wear your fringes all the time. And you know, these people, you got niggas out there wearing the fringes and not knowing any better, you know, learning that, you know, we, you know, supposed to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. All right. This is Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers and the places of drawn water, which is America, right? This is where he serves, of course, slavery and such, right? You know, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts, you know, and, you know, we establish a law, you know, of course, and we, you know, we rehearse it wherever we about, you know, but we ain't gonna be able to do it 100%. All right. You know, say, of course, that, you know, all have sinned and fell short of the glory of the Most High. All right. So we, you know, and all our righteousness is nothing but filthy rags anyway. All right. You know, but, you know, if you want to wear some fringes in the crib and the house, you can go about doing that. But, you know, it's just not wise to do so on the streets and such, you know, especially with Edomites, you know, definitely knowing, you know, about this, you know, about the Hebrew Israelites and such. They label us as black, you know, Hebrew Israelites and all this other stuff. You know, you got little young boys walking around with fringes and stuff. You know, that's just not wise, you know. Spider-Man ain't walking around with his mask on, all right? You know, though he is, you know, deadly, you know, as a superhero, that's how, you know, we is, you know. We like superheroes in this, all right? But anyway, going on, it says, there shall they rehearse All right, what you going to rehearse, right? It means, of course, let me see, the na, and it means to rehearse. All right. All right. So, when you go into it, we only practicing. All right. Because in the kingdom, of course, we're gonna have the laws written on our inward parts anyway. That's when we can, of course, we gonna be keeping the laws 100%. We gonna be in our kingdom. Ain't no damn devil's gonna be able to, stop us or nothing. We got Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. But anyway, going on, it says, towards the inhabitants of his villages in Yashala, then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. All right. And that's basically it on that. All right. So, I just wanted to do a little short wee lesson on that, going into it, because it just don't make no sense seeing niggas, but just now had no smarts, no white wisdom, and it's just all these other Hebrew Israelite groups. They just leading these kids, and the congregation onto slaughter, but hopefully, we do believe here at Great Millstone that there's, those elect that are amongst some of these Hebrew Israelite groups, which was how wake up to this truth, and the real truth, and the real doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and come out of these other groups. All right. But, for you who are listening and such, it'd be wise not to be walking around with fringes. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say, call halim la Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to all the sincere Akim, the Akwath. All right. The sisters and the brothers. All right. That's hearkening on to this truth, the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Shalom, of course, to you confusing the face. Akim, which are Israelites, which look like the other nations, that waking up to your heritage. All right, hearken on to these basics. All right, how, of course, you're supposed to conduct yourself, in the society and such. All right, don't be, of course, over righteous, because that's an over righteous thing. You're walking around, with fringes. All right, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.